The Last Passenger. Elias had been a taxi driver for 30 years, but he had never seen a night as foggy as this one. The streets of the city were swallowed by a thick, gray mist. Just as he was about to head home, he saw a young woman standing by the curb. She was wearing a vintage white dress that looked far too thin for the cold night. He pulled over, and she climbed into the back seat without a word. "Where to, miss?" Elias asked, looking at her through the rearview mirror. "The old lighthouse on the cliff," she whispered. Her voice sounded like dry leaves brushing against pavement. Elias nodded and started the car. As they drove, he tried to make small talk, but she remained silent, staring out the window at the passing shadows. When they finally reached the jagged edge of the cliff, the lighthouse stood tall and dark, its light long extinguished. Elias pulled the handbrake and turned around. "That'll be $15, miss." The back seat was empty. Elias felt a chill run down his spine. He jumped out of the car, thinking she might have slipped out quietly, but there were no footprints in the damp soil. Heart racing, he looked back at the seat. There, lying on the leather, was a small, tarnished silver locket. He picked it up and clicked it open. Inside was a photo of the woman in the white dress, dated 1954. He rushed home, unable to sleep. The next morning, he went to the local library to look through old news archives. He found what he was looking for, a headline from 70 years ago about a woman who had disappeared at the lighthouse. Elias sighed, feeling a strange sense of peace. "I gave a ghost a ride," he whispered to himself, leaning back in his chair. But then, he felt a cold hand touch his shoulder. "Elias," a voice whispered, the same voice from the taxi. "The locket was a gift for the driver, but you didn't look at the back." With trembling hands, Elias turned the locket over. Engraved in the silver were 3 words that made his blood turn to ice. "Pro."